Hello, gamers of the world, and welcome to my channel. I am your host, Gamestradamus, bringing you all of your current and future gaming news, tips, and gameplay. Today I am bringing you a team deathmatch on Rundown, and as you can see I am using the FAMAS with the red dot, Scavenger, Stopping Power, Steady Aim, and Claymores, for those of you who didn't catch me place that first one. And for those of you who are paying attention, you will notice that the gamertag playing is not Gamestradamus, but rather the Game Genie. This is not to raise alarm. This is still me playing. I just ended up changing my gamertag to Gamestradamus to do this channel because I figured I might run into some trademark issues with Nintendo over Game Genie. Since, those of you old enough to remember, they created the Game Genie back in the day. So I went with Gamestradamus. It's like Nostradamus, but for games. And I figured everybody knows who Nostradamus is. And if you don't, you should turn off Jersey Shore and the real OC and climb out of your cave. But that's another discussion entirely. Anyway, I wanted to keep this clip just to talk about Rundown and also the FAMAS and M16. As you can see, I've, in my opinion, started on the good spawning side of this map and immediately come to this top little building vantage point. This is the best point in the map, in my opinion, because you have a great view of both sides, which is really good for this map. This map tends to be a battle of which side you're on. So if you can hold down this side with this building, you have a very high chance of winning. And as you can see, I just placed that Harrier in the middle of the opposite side, which is exactly how you want to place your Harriers on this map. Whatever side the enemy is on, you kind of want to just put it in the middle, because the map's somewhat small, and if you put the Harrier in the middle, he has a bigger range of shooting people down. And as you can see, that worked out well because now I have a chopper gunner off of it. So I immediately, with that chopper gunner, run off the roof into these outside bushes to a non-spawning zone, or what I termed in my other video an NSZ. When you can find an NSZ, that's definitely the place you want to place your chopper gunners and AC-130s, because you don't really have to fear about people randomly spawning next to you and killing you. So we obviously trap these guys kind of in the corner. They tend to be spawning out there. There must be a sniper out there or something like that. That's kind of half the battle in Call of Duty, is controlling the enemy's spawn. And in deathmatch, players will spawn back to the teammate that is alive. So obviously there's somebody out there and his whole team died and now is spawned with him. So with the FAMAS and the M16, you really want to keep your enemy at a distance. Both of those guns are the most accurate assault rifles in the game, or just in general next to sniper rifles. So the idea is to keep the enemy at as much at a distance as possible. So as you can see, I'm really trying to stay back and never really cross the bridges. I always want to stay on this side and make the enemy come to me. FAMAS is my go-to gun, probably over the M16, although I like them both, and they're very similar. I find the FAMAS to be a little more accurate. It's argued the M16 does a little more damage, but that's debatable. They're both very similar, and if you're decently accurate with them, it kind of doesn't matter. But you want to keep at a distance with them and not kind of run around with them, because you don't want to be caught strafing. If you're a good strafer, these guns are really good because you can kind of just take people out with one quick burst. But that burst better be right on the money. Otherwise, it can kind of leave you hanging. So I suggest just kind of sticking back, and picking people off. As you can see here, my buddy had an emergency drop with like 4 turret guns, which, I figured he would need all 4, right? But, that greedy mistake led to me getting killed, so I should have just stayed up top since that was so successful for me. But, whatever, lesson learned. What can you do? So now I'm trying to battle my way out of this spot. As you can see, it's always key to stay behind cover and also reload after pretty much every kill you have, because you never know if you're going to run into 2 or 3 guys and need your whole clip. So it is very key to stay reloaded at all times. And once again, as I was saying before, the Harrier strikes in this match, I think is one of the best levels for them. And as you can see, the enemy spawn towards the southwest side. So I immediately place my Harrier strike kind of where they are at on them. The match is getting towards the end, so I'm just trying to get that off and hopefully get a couple airstrike kills. But if, you know, this match was halfway through, I would have put that Harrier probably in the middle of the other side, because the other team, you know, is going to die quickly and move their spawn, so that by having the Harrier in the middle, it kind of opens that up. But anyway, this game is coming to an end. I hope this video helped a little bit with rundown and using a couple tips. If you liked this video or any of the other ones, please subscribe to this channel and help it grow. And I will see you guys soon. Take care. Subscribe now for your chance to win a monkey.